Welcome to UK Learnings. After watch this video, please subscribe to our channel to give us your support. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get upcoming videos. Good luck for your exam.
A disabled driver has difficulty turning their head. What will help overcome this disability when they're driving? A. Being allowed not to wear a seat belt. B. Additional mirrors. C. Automatic transmission. D. Special seating. The correct answer is B. Additional mirrors. Explanation. A driver who has difficulty in turning their head will require suitably positioned additional mirrors. These will help overcome their limited zone of vision. Training and guidance will be needed in the correct and timely use of these additional mirrors. What should you do if you have to leave valuables in your car? A. Park near a bus stop. B. Put them in a carrier bag. C. Lock them out of sight. D. Park near a school entrance. The correct answer is C. Lock them out of sight. Explanation. If you have to leave valuables in your car, always lock them out of sight. If a thief can't see anything of value to steal, they're less likely to break in. You're driving a car that's skidding, with the rear wheels sliding to the left. What's likely to happen if you oversteer to the left? A. You'll stop the car quickly. B. You'll improve your control over the vehicle. C. You'll cause a skid in the opposite direction. D. You'll increase the skid to the left. The correct answer is C. You'll cause a skid in the opposite direction. Explanation. There's no better protection against skids than driving in a way that will avoid them. Drivers cause skids, not road and weather conditions. When steering to correct a skid, be careful not to overcorrect with too much steering, as this may lead to another skid in the opposite direction. What does the term blind spot mean? A. An area not lit by your headlights. B. An area not visible to the driver. C. An area covered by your right-hand mirror. D. An area covered by your left-hand mirror. The correct answer is B. An area not visible to the driver. Explanation. Modern vehicles provide the driver with a good view of the road both ahead and behind, using well-positioned mirrors. However, the mirrors can't see every angle of the scene behind and to the sides of the vehicle. This is why it's essential that you know when and how to check your blind spots, so that you're aware of any hidden hazards. You're approaching this sign. Which sign are you likely to have just passed? A, B, C, D. The correct answer is B. Explanation. If you've driven through a ford, your brakes may be wet. This can make them less effective. Make sure it's safe, then try them by pushing gently on the brake pedal. If they're not fully effective, gently apply light pressure while driving slowly. This will help to dry them out. What do you need before you can drive legally? A. Proof of your identity. B. Breakdown cover. C. Insurance cover. D. A vehicle handbook. The correct answer is C. Insurance cover. Explanation. Before you drive a vehicle on the road, you must hold a driving license for the class of vehicle being driven. You must also be covered by a minimum of third-party insurance while driving that vehicle. What should you do if you're approaching a roundabout and there's a horse and rider ahead of you? A. Sound your horn as a warning. B. Treat them like any other vehicle. C. Be prepared to stop. D. Accelerate past as quickly as possible. The correct answer is C. Be prepared to stop. Explanation. Horse riders often keep to the outside of the roundabout even if they're turning right. Give them plenty of room and remember that they may have to cross lanes of traffic. What should you do when you drive through roadworks on a motorway? A. Speed up to clear the area quickly. B. Obey reduced speed limits. C. Use the hard shoulder. D. Stay very close to the vehicle in front. The correct answer is B. Obey reduced speed limits. Explanation. Compulsory reduced speed limits are often enforced throughout roadworks on the motorway. This safety measure is to protect drivers and workers in the road. Be aware of reduced speed limits and slow down in good time. For how long does a driving test pass certificate remain valid? A. 1 year. B. 3 years. C. 2 years. D. 10 years. The correct answer is C. 2 years. Explanation. When a candidate passes a practical driving test, their full license is normally issued directly by the licensing authority. However, if this doesn't happen, successful candidates should apply for a full license as soon as possible. The driving test pass certificate is valid for 2 years. If a full license isn't applied for within that time, the driver will need to retake their test. Some two-way roads are divided into 3 lanes. Why are these particularly dangerous? A. Traffic can travel faster in poor weather conditions. B. Traffic can overtake on the left. C. Traffic in both directions can use the middle lane to overtake. D. Traffic using the middle lane has priority. The correct answer is C. Traffic in both directions can use the middle lane to overtake. Explanation. If you intend to overtake on a two-way road that has 3 lanes, you must consider that approaching traffic could be planning the same maneuver. When you've considered the situation and have decided it's safe, indicate your intentions early. This will show the approaching traffic that you intend to pull out. Some of these roads have solid white lines marked to allow for overtaking in one direction only, usually for uphill traffic. When must you stop on a motorway? A. When a red cross with flashing red lights shows above every lane. B. When your mobile phone rings. C. When you have to read a map. D. When you're tired and need a rest. The correct answer is A. When a red cross with flashing red lights shows above every lane. Explanation. You may only stop on the carriageway of a motorway when told to do so by the police. When a red cross with flashing red lights shows above every lane, in a traffic jam, in an emergency or breakdown. You're driving along a 3-lane motorway. When may you overtake on the left? A. If you're in stationary traffic but the hard shoulder is clear. B. If you're driving in a slow-moving traffic queue. C. If the driver ahead is hogging the right-hand lane. D. If you're within 1 mile of your exit. The correct answer is B. If you're driving in a slow-moving traffic queue. Explanation. If traffic is moving slowly in queues on a motorway, stay in your lane. If the queue on your right is moving more slowly than the queue you're in, you may pass on the left. Which lane should you use when you're going ahead at a roundabout that has 2 lanes on the approach and no lane direction arrows? A. The right-hand lane, and stay in that lane. B. The left-hand lane, and use the right-hand lane on the roundabout. C. The right-hand lane, and change to the left-hand lane on the roundabout. D. The left-hand lane if it's clear, and keep to that lane on the roundabout. The correct answer is D. The left-hand lane if it's clear, and keep to that lane on the roundabout. Explanation. Pupils should be advised to look for information signs and road markings in order to select the appropriate lane on approach to roundabouts. They should get in the correct lane in good time and avoid straddling or changing lanes at the last moment. What happens in a controlled zone? A. Cyclists have priority over motor vehicles. B. Waiting restrictions are normally indicated by yellow time plates. C. Speed is controlled by traffic calming measures. D. Waiting restrictions are normally indicated by yellow lines only. The correct answer is D. Waiting restrictions are normally indicated by yellow lines only. Explanation. The entry sign to a controlled parking zone will show the times of operation. Inside the zone, yellow lines indicate where waiting is prohibited. Yellow time plates are provided where a yellow line restriction operates at different times from those shown on the entry sign. On a motorway, where would vehicles traveling in opposite directions share the same carriage way? A. In the acceleration lane. B. On the hard shoulder. C. In a contraflow system. D. In a congested section. The correct answer is C. In a contraflow system. Explanation. Contraflow systems allow traffic to pass in opposite directions on the same carriageway. They're usually found where roadworks are being carried out. Care is needed as the lanes may be narrower than normal, the road surface may be poor, and oncoming traffic will be passing much closer than normal. You're approaching a busy junction. There are several lanes with road markings. What should you do when, at the last moment, you realize that you're in the wrong lane? A. Continue in that lane. B. Stop until the area has cleared. C. Use clear arm signals to get into the lane you want. D. Force your way into the lane you want. The correct answer is A. Continue in that lane. Explanation. Sometimes road markings can be obscured by queuing traffic, or you may be unsure which lane you need to be in. If you realize too late that you're in the wrong lane, don't cut across lanes or bully other drivers to let you in. Follow the lane you're in and find somewhere safe to turn around if you need to.
Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe UK Learning's YouTube channel. Share with your friends and family. Don't forget to click the bell icon to get more videos. Your support will encourage us to make more videos. We wish you all the best for your exam.